Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a playthrough, but also my initial thoughts of this game, the Elder Scrolls Betrayal: The Second Era. So I'm going to be taking you through a little bit of gameplay. I'm in the second session of 3. So the way this game plays is you play 3 quests, or guild quests is the best way to think of it, okay, that lead on from each other, keeping your leveled up character and so forth as you go through. I'm currently on the final phase, if you like, of Deadly Detour, which is Morrowind's. So I'm in the Morrowind Gazetteer here. We've got the map up here. And we're currently going to our final battle, if you like. And the way this Circle of Champions, which is the faction or the guild I'm with, the way that they work is you basically have like a little clash, a battle basically on a single map. And I've been making my way from Narcissus, I believe I started in, and then I went across and then I fought 2 different battles so far. Now, what was really quite cool, just to keep you up to speed with the story, number 1, this will contain spoilers. If you play the Circle of Champions and Morrowind, you will see how it ends, okay? And some of the mechanics which might go into that. So just a forewarning that we have got a little bit of spoiling going on here as well. But the nature of it was, in my last clash, if you like, part of this quest, my nemesis, which was this Nord Marauder, he actually joined my side. He's a little bit injured. He should have 6 health. I'm on full. I managed to keep all healthy. And I'll talk about my build in a second. So now we're on our way to Necrom to finish off our final stage. But we got plenty of time, absolute loads of time, because I went pretty quick through these initial stages. So we're currently on, I need to make sure I've got that right. We're currently on day 6, and I have 23 XP, as you can see there. I've currently got 2 XP on me. We literally just finished a day. I'm saving this XP to get more, so I can basically upgrade my stamina, which I'll talk about in a minute, and you'll see why I want to upgrade that stamina as well. So I'm going to talk through my character. So this is halfway through I guess you can call it a campaign stage. As I mentioned, it's 3 sessions. The first session I did on Black Marsh, as the tutorial kind of suggested. I didn't play it from the rules of the tutorial. I literally did the prison breakout, which is kind of like a little starter mission, if you like. And then I went through Black Marsh. I went through the Circle of Champions with Black Marsh. And then I had choices. I had choices of what to do and move on to for my second session, which was really cool. I decided to stay with the Circle of Champions and keep going with this storyline and go to a new place. I could have stayed at Black Marsh and did something very different for a different guild. So you can do all these different kinds of things, which is really quite cool. My character, I've gone with a Khajiit. The reason why I went to Khajiit, because I've gone for the absolute classic build, which is the Archer, just to see if it's as strong as it is in the game. I was very lucky to draw out a bow as one of my starting items, but you get items galore in solo in this game, so you don't have to worry about. You're probably going to cycle through to your chosen one that you want to go for. Then, needless to say, I decided to go as my first skill line, as it were, to go down the bow route, and I decided right then and there that that's the route I wanted to take. So we got some snipe bows. Then I've started to upgrade, so I'm now with the bow, speech, acrobatics, and shadow as my 4 lines, and I've put them all down here. I've what's called untraining. I've untrained my magic, which you can do. It's the only stat core stat that you're allowed to untrain. So I completely untrain my Magicka to leave space for a full 6 dice bow skill slot. So I've got lots and lots of those bow dice, as you can see here, okay, from snipe to this one, which is rain of arrows, which gives them all bane, which is a statistic. This allows me to attack another target, which is cool, and this triggers damage off the snipe dice once they're in your cooldown. Really cool mechanics. I've also got this so I can get into stealth, which makes me untargetable unless they've started adjacent to me on their turn. And then the acrobatics are awesome because this dice allows me to just move at the start of my turn. By the way, because I have become skilled as an archer, at the start of a turn, if you are in range, deal 2 damage to a targetable enemy at the start of your turn. So I'm doing all this damage. I've also got lethal arrow, which I can use tenacity to do extra damage. It's very strong build. It is, they've mimicked it a little bit like the video game, whereas the kind of stealthy archer is extremely powerful. Now, this was a kind of essential. As you'll know from the video game, you want to get your stamina as high as possible. Now, your stamina, so your health, let's just talk about these stats. Your health determines your number of health chips that you have as a maximum. And it might trigger in, I haven't come across it, but it might trigger in some sort of test. Fatigue, sorry, not fatigue, stamina is absolutely essential. This is your movement. So I have 4 stamina. I started with 3. So I've only upgraded it once so far. Because the Khajiit is very very much stamina-based character. This means I can move 4 on the battle for a move action. But it also, more importantly, as you can see from the bow statistic, which is stamina statistic, as long as I'm in the ranged battle form, then I will be able to use that as my range. So I actually have a 4 range ability at the moment. I've also got my bow, which can increase my range, and I've also got accuracy, which can increase my range. So potentially I can be shooting from 7 hexes away. This may have been better on a delve, possibly, but the clash kind of works. And you'll see that when we get to our final clash, if not before. Then you would have Magicka as well. And Magicka works exactly the same as stamina in the sense of range. But it's also, this is the number of dice that you will roll linked to those. So if you had, that's what the health stats used for. So I'm just going to come across here. So if I grab a 2-handed or something like that. Oh yeah, so this, there we go. That's what I wanted. So depending on your build, if you go down a magic version, it uses Magicka. So that's the range. So your number of Magicka is the number of range. But also, really importantly, with stamina and Magicka, that's the number of dice that you're allowed to roll for an engage action, okay, for an attack or whatever you want to call it. So if you've got 2-handed, you want that stamina to be as high as possible so that you can roll as many of these dice as possible. So at the moment, I've got it on 4. As I said, I'm saving this up to get my 5th, so I can roll 5 dice linked to my stamina, engage, as well as movement and range. Then you have your attack dice. Okay, so these are your combat. This is your combat skill, and I currently have 2 of those dice. I've got a couple of dice in my cooldown from the last battle, but that's effectively how it goes. I've got my active 4 items, and I've also got in my backpack my ones that I'm not using. And you can see here, I've got quite a number of them, which are legendary items. So getting items is not a problem, especially for the Khajiit, because once per battle, I completely succeed at a lockpick check without rolling in dice, and then move up to 5 hexes. So what I've been able to do a lot of the times is move onto a loot, use my ability, automatically get the item, and then shift over to another loot, and then do a test, and typically get that as well. So getting items in with this build is not a problem. Think of this as a kind of rogue character. This is definitely a rogue character. We've got the bow, we've got the stamina, we've got the acrobatics. And very recently, I've got my speech as well. The dice I chose is authority. which will allow me to gain tenacity, which I can use on my abilities. Okay, so that's a little bit about my character. This is the overworld. You can see here we've got Necrom, which is our main quest objective. So you get these tokens and you can place them on. I'm currently at Davon's Watch. I'm not allowed to use Davon's Watch. Sorry, no, I can't. So I might use Davon's Watch in this particular for day 6. We got until day 12. Once you get past day 12, you automatically fail. I do need to heal up my Nord Marauder companion, who he is now, because there's an ongoing thing. So these are kind of like undead, effectively. And if your companion dies, he goes back to full health and joins your enemies. And I don't really want that to happen. And he's really useful to have as a second character. Okay. So that's a little breakdown, sorry. So my initial thoughts, I love this game. I'm surprised by how quick it is, if that makes sense. I was expecting this to be like really long campaigns, but I played through my first session. It took a while. That did absolutely take me a while. I was trying to figure out, just making sure I knew the rules and how things flowed. This second session is literally flew by. I've got to this point in about an hour. Setup, teardown is super quick. You have, let me try and grab it. You have a very, very helpful how to pack your box up, and it works really, really well. It's a fantastic, how they've set it all up into this one box is quite genius. And I've put my Valenwood expansion into that box. So it has space for, I've got all of this space free, same with some dice trays as well. So any expansions you can kind of put into a point. I'm not sure if you'll be able to fit everything into it, admittedly, but we will see. Awesome. So without further ado, let's just take it through each round, okay? So we're on day 6 with 24 XP. I'm going to go to here to talk about on the back of the tutorial guide, which is a really handy thing about what you do in a day, okay? So we increase the day by 1. I've done that already. Then we have an overland phase. So start a phase, nothing to trigger, and then we choose what we want to do. So what I could do is before I trigger an encounter, I can move my character, and I can move him up to 3 while we're in this pretty much all the time. In Black March, it's really cool. Each land has different mechanics. So they're dig siting Morrowind to try and excavate. And the excavation track, that will determine the strength of your enemies and certain things that can happen. Now I can go to the dig sites and try and stop this from happening. So I can definitely do that. But we just triggered an excavation. So the dig site's back to 0. So there's no point doing that. Right. I could also go to the volcano. I don't think there's any point in this particular story quest, so I might as well start making my way over to here. I've got 3 move actions as standard. If I want to move any more, I can take light fatigue. So light fatigue, which is the grey cubes, is a real important mechanic in the game. You're going to be wanting to take some of that stuff, especially in these scenarios. So I'm going to choose to. Let's stay in Davon's Watch and do a town action. So I'm not going to move. So over in your gazetteer, the thing you want to keep an eye on is how to use the overland mechanics and everything else. What we got going on here, okay? So if I go to a dig site, I can basically do a little encounter, which is really quite cool. Which would be quite fun, actually. So here's a delve, and you're getting sky shards and stuff like that. And that might be worth doing another thing. I don't really need to. So I'm not going to bother. The one I want to check on is the native skill. But fortunately, it gives you a little bit of that on the thing, so you don't actually need this book open. So, where am I going? Davon's Watch. So you go to the town. Davon's Watch has continually been put in the firing line of history. The house Indoril stronghold has been under siege multiple times in recent decades and was only saved from a daggerful convent attack by a rampaging Daedra. Despite that, life goes on, largely thanks to the fact that Davon's Watch is an important port city on Morrowind's inner sea. Besieged. If this is the party's first visit to Davon's Watch this campaign, the first action must be the Army of the Dead town square action. This is considered a free town action. The party may choose to ignore this fact if each of them discards 2 items or gains 2 of, then log the visit on the campaign journal. So, it's not my first visit. I didn't read that. I didn't actually read that. So I went to Davon's Watch and just assumed I was doing the quest. I did that wrong. I should have done this quest. So let's do this clash, okay? So we'll pretend this is the first time here. I think it's only fair. I want to go for it. We want to try it. So we're going to do this town square. So this is, you get 2 actions on your turn. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to do the town square as one of them, and then we're going to do the Fish Stink Tavern as the other one. Oh, it's a free action. Okay, it's a free action. I'm a little bit worried about my companion. I might just discard 2 items, to be honest. Sorry, I know I said I was going to do that, but I just don't feel like I'll be able to keep him alive. And I've got so many items. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get rid of my Claymore, because what's the point? I want to keep that. I'm going to discard these 2. So, discard those 2 to ignore this effect. There's only 1 adventurer, so that's nice and easy. Okay, and I've logged that into it. So I'm not going to do the clash after all. So therefore we get our 2 actions. We're going to go to the inn first. We get to refresh all of our dice, heal up to full. So this is why I did it. So my companion can grab those 4 health and go back to full health. Awesome. My second is to do the potion. So I'm going to use the alchemy station to refresh this potion. And I'm going to switch those out there, like so. Awesome. Right, that's my town action. So then what you need to do, I will keep showing you on this, is I've done my town encounter, which are my 2 actions. Now I go to the rewards phase. So I didn't gain any XP from doing any of that. I would have perhaps done... No, I wouldn't even have done if I'd done the clash. Untrained, don't want to do that. Gain advancements, I've already said, I'm saving this, so no. So then we go to end of phase. So activate province effect. This is like a little bit of changing the events, as it were. So we look at the back of random one, and it doesn't say anything. So nothing happens, which is quite handy. That was very handy to have at this point. So the dig sites are not happening. If you get no icon, no effect. So that's what just happened there. And then what you do, because I didn't, that card there that I drew that had the cycle on the back, because we didn't actually do this event, you cycle it. You put it at the back of the draw pile. And then the adventures rest. So you would heal 1 and remove 1 dice. So I've got it on a depth difficulty, which is like normal, I believe. So you get to, at every rest phase, you refresh 1 dice from your cooldown and heal 1 hit point. So we move on to day 7. So now we're ready to move. So I need to make my way over to here. I might as well do this as quickly as possible-ish. So yeah, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 as my movement action to go on this unstable icon. Now the unstable icon means what you have to do is you need to roll the dice. Now it's a likelihood that we get a battle clash, but we might well get a peaceful encounter, or we might get a travelling merchant, which I really don't want. But let's see what we get, which we obviously do get. So the travelling merchant, the reason why I don't want that is because effectively I'm not going to get any XP. So this is This is what it is. Draw 1 normal loot and gain an amount of bonus HP or tenacity equal to the value of the excavation track. So I can gain a tenacity. So this has dismaying delays. Word of mysterious dig sites has been weighing on your mind, but those nomadic Ashlanda Dark Elves have offered you shelter and rare trading opportunities. You're tempted to take them up on their offer, though it may mean tarrying while there is much to be done. Each adventurer has 2 fewer actions, so I have no actions. At the start of this encounter, the player may choose to increase the dig track by 1 to give them additional... I mean, there are 6 legendary items, but I'm not really fussed. I'm happy with my build. You know what I'm going to do? It sounds like a waste, but I'm not going to do anything. So, go through all that, and then eventually we would see what happens to the dig site. So we've got this, which puts this up by 1. Cycle that out. Rest and all the rest of it. Don't need to do any of that. So that all happens, and then we move on to day 8. Okay, so I want to do a clash ideally before we get into the action. So I'm thinking of this space here, the Akre egg mine. Yes, I'm going to go to that clash. So 1, 2, 3. Then I need to gain 1 light fatigue, which goes in my cooldown track, to move 1 extra space. Then we're going to do this combat, this conflict, as they call it, conflict encounter. So I draw the top card from the conflict deck, and let's see what we're doing. Yours for the taking. Treasure is everywhere in Morrowind. Dig down and perhaps you'll find a Dwemer cast-off that earns you a nice payout. Wander through a ruin or a battlefield, and you're liable to stumble into a relic of one of the dark elf houses that you can sell back for a profit. And of course, countless valuables from other cultures have been made their way to your region, due to the dark elves' many conquests. Riches are yours if you can only grasp them, and ownership in a state is a state that must constantly be maintained. This is the justification you give yourself as you surreptitiously case a tempting chest surrounded by a few burly guards. Sorry, flip over. You can take them. This is going to be worth 2 XP, which will give me the XP I need. For this clash, use the 3 hex tiles and the 7 hex tile instead of the clash tile. Ignore all icons on the tiles, instead deploying enemies in the caches. Indicate this encounter has failed if the cache remains at the end of the battle. So basically, I've got to pick up that cache. Add the current dig and excavation values to the calculated EP. Right, so this is really cool. So what we do is we've got all of our maps here. So we're not going to use the typical clash maps for this encounter. We need, not that one, we're going to need this one. I think, yes, we start with this one. Then we need a 7. Oh yes, so we need a 7, sorry. Now it doesn't, now typically you would shuffle these up for a delve because it would matter, but we're ignoring all icons. So I would say this one looks the most likely, and then we need the 3 tiles. And again, let's keep it consistent if we can. So we need 2 of these, so that one and that one. Awesome. Oops. So put those back. Don't need those. And don't need that. Okay. So we set these up like it shows us on the diagram. Is that that way? No, that way. That way. That way. So you're almost making little dungeons with this, okay? This is our starting hexes. We can go anywhere there. Now we have got a legendary cache token right here on the middle. And then it says, calculate your EP. This is encounter points. Or enemy points. I forget which one it is now. So, currently, we're on 24 XP, so that's our EP. We're going to add 1 plus 1, we're going to add an extra 2, so we've got 26 EP. And we haven't got 3 players, okay? So we are starting on round 1, so we get the round dice onto round 1. Then we're going to get our randomly. So you get asked to put into the bags randomly an assortment of enemies. Our first one's going to be at a level 20. So it's going to be a beast. And it's going to be a giant who has 10 hit points. As you would probably imagine, it's got quite a lot. And he goes on number 1, which is here. Then we go to our 1 and 5 level bag. Remember we had 26, so we spent 20. So now we're going to spend 5. And we've got a Khajiit. Oh, a fellow Khajiit with 3. It goes on this side. And then finally a level 1 to match the 26. So your enemies scale with your party XP, which is what this is. And then we've got a Red Guard bandit to go with them, which has got 5 health, which goes on here. So there's their setup. So this is the baddie setup. First thing that you should always do is have a look to see what these do. Now, detection ignores stealth status when thingy, and also retreat. If it took no notice, it gains a stealth die and heals 1 hit point. I want to take that out immediately. Steal is if they attack, you roll dice and they can take your items. Chillbane. After this unit is engaged by an adventurer who's not using a hand-to-hand weapon. Ah, that's annoying. That adventure gains 1 light fatigue. Just 1. It's not horrendous. And Shatter. Each turn, the first time this unit is engaged by an adventurer who's not overtaxing a hand-to-hand weapon, that adventurer must discard a weapon from a ready slot after they engage. Ooh. That's brutal. So I can overcharge this. And I don't worry about that, but I obviously discard it as well. Now, Chillbane, sorry. Oh, who's not using... Oh, so as long as I use that against him, then I don't get the light fatigue, but I will have to use the overtax, or it will disappear, because it's the only weapon I have in my ready slots. Interesting. So I want to get rid of this first. Now, unfortunately, wow, he's going to move 2. So in these places I can actually get, where I don't get attacked, yes, are literally here. That's brutal. What I need to do is I need to use this to get a stealth. If I use that to get a stealth, then apart from him, they won't attack me. So, now, I've completely forgot. I've got my companion as well. I don't really want my companion dead. So I'm going to go here and my companion is going to go here. Cool. All right. Now, he will attack and cause blind. If he's attacked, he causes blind on that character. Cool. So once you've got that set up, you can look at this. And it tells you how to do your turn and then how to do an engage. Okay? So, let's go to the battle. So, it starts with us and then it goes to your companion. So we have start of turn effects. First of all, as he's retreat, I think it's, hang on, at the end of the unit's turn, he gains the thingy. So this is awesome. So I can do 2 damage straight off. He's got no defense, so that's 2 damage straight off the bat. Love it. That's nice and easy. So that's the start of turn effect. That's the only start of turn effect. So now we move to our recovery phase. So that light fatigue that we picked up disappears. I can recover 3 dice from my cooldown track, so I leveled it up. Now we come up to our actions. It's a little bit of a waste shooting the Khajiit. So I'm definitely going to do my stealth die. I think what I'll do is we'll do a double whammy, as I call it. Okay, so as they're all in range of me, I'm definitely going to do Rain of Arrows. I probably want that tenacity to go down, although I want to do some damage now. So I'm going to use 2 of my snipes, Rain of Arrows, and my shadow, which is called Shadow Cloak. So they're my 4 dice I'm allowed to roll. And this is my first engage. I could do multiple engages, by the way. It just costs an extra fatigue, which is not horrendous. I might actually do that. So let's see what... actually, that's a good point. I can't... No, it's early days. Let's just do 1 attack. Right, awesome. Now, the good news is we did get what we wanted for that. So the first thing I'm going to do is trigger my Rain of Arrows, which is going to cast a Bane on all of the characters, which means at the start of their turn, they will take a wound. So basically, the Khajiit's just going to kill himself, so we don't have to worry about that. So I'm not going to attack the Khajiit. Next, we've got 2 damage, but the snipe takes away 1 defense. So we'll target this guy, and then we'll target this guy. So we're going to hit him for 2, -1. So that's actually going to be 2 damage from his -1 defense. Happy days. Then I'm going to put this into my active slot, as it tells you to do. So when you use an ability, it'll either be a star saying I for instant. In other words, it goes straight into your cooldown track. Or it'll say A for active, or it'll say S for special, it'll tell you the thing, or it'll say C for cooldown track. So there's different places these can go. This goes into active, and as soon as it goes into active, I gain a stealth die. So that goes in my cooldown track. So now we've got that. So that's my engage action. Pretty happy with that. That's cool. Now I've got stealth. What I'm going to do is that's my turn, by the way. That's my end of turn. I've done my action. I could move or explore, but there's no exploring. It's not a delve. So literally, I finished my turn there. I'm happy where I am, I think. I can't go through enemies, so yeah. So we're going to move this guy over to here, and he's going to attack this bandit here. Now, he attacks with, as it says, 2 attack dice. So we got enemy attack dice, like these, and you see this stat, if I bring this up. Whoop. So you got health, range, attack, and defense. Now he actually attacks... Oh, I don't get to choose, do I? I don't get to choose. He is going to attack the Khajiit. So with that in mind, I think we'll go here. And in fact, what I'll do... Sorry, I'll take it back. I'll move 2 to here. He still can't act. He still can't attack me. He's not close enough. So that's annoying. I think I got that right. I don't think I get to choose. You've got to look at its target priority, and it just goes for whatever the target priority is. Refer to the companion's range and target icons. Dang it! Yep, I forgot that. So he's going to attack the one with the lowest health, which is this one here. Oh, he attacks multiple. Oh, awesome. Sweet. So he's actually attacking both of them. Awesome. Right, let's go for the Khajiit, see if he can kill him off. Yes, he most definitely can. Khajiit's dead. Right, now we go for this one. I don't know why I'm rolling 3 dice. Oh, I'm not wasn't. Right, so 2 dice onto him. He's got 1 defense. We get 2, -1 is 1. All helps. It definitely all helps. Cool. He's a good guy to have. He's definitely a good guy to have. Oh, what's that mean? I've not seen that before. Is that area effect? I've just noticed on the giant, it's got like a circle with a cross. I don't know what that means. Let's just have a look at enemy turns. It might say here. Sorry about this. A new thing I've not seen before. Determine targets. Chip anatomy 55. It's a really good rule book. Until you get to this. It does not say. Dang. Oh, that's annoying. I don't know what that means. Have we got... Sorry about this. Right, 58. Start on 58. Nope. Oh, that's annoying. I don't know what that means. I'm going to say it's everyone adjacent. I'm going to say it's everyone adjacent. That would kind of make sense for a giant. I think that's probably what that means. Let's just have another little look. Oh, sorry. If I had looked at it properly, that means as many. Yeah, it means as many people adjacent as possible. Right. Okay. So that was that goes. So now we do go into the enemies phase. So we'll start with the highest one. I'm stealth, so he doesn't target me. So he's going to come over to here and attack my companion, unfortunately. But first of all, he takes a wound from Bane, which is happy days. And he rolls 3 against my Marauder. So 1 defense, 1, 2, 3. Take away 1 is 2. Takes 2 damage. My poor Marauder. And then we go with this one. It takes 1, and it's going to attack the Marauder with 1 dice. Come on. Yeah, misses. Woohoo! That's more like it. Happy days. And that's the end of turn. So now we move the round counter on to 2. Start of turn effects. Unfortunately, he's got 2 defense, and my 2 damage will not do anything. So we recover. We recover all of our bow dice, but we still stay stealth until we do an attack action. Now the beauty is this dice here. This will gnaw 2 defense of a character. So we are going to do stuff now. Okay, so we're going to try to hit this as hard as we can. So with that in mind, I'm going to go. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4. I could attack both. So we're definitely going to go with 3 snipe dice. I don't particularly need the movement. I've got 4 movement as it is. So I can go and pick this up anyway. Not a problem at all. Oh, I should have read as well. Oh, it is a conquer. So you need to read what the battle objective is. If it's conquer, you have to defeat all enemies there. But I do have to get that as well. That's not going to be a problem, by the way. So I think I'm going to make my tenacity potentially lower. He's dead. I don't need to worry about it. So I'm going to roll these 4 dice. brutal. Let's do it. Oh, that is a terrible roll. That is such a bad roll. I think I'm going to keep this in the active slot. I mean, it gives me 3 tenacity, right? But only 1 damage, which would be no damage unless I use this. I don't want to use this, so that's no damage. That is poor. That's unfortunate. And because I didn't engage, my stealth disappears. Now, more importantly, oh, that's really disappointing. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to spend all 3 of those now. 1, 2, 3. Tenacity to do lethal arrow. So it's going to be 2 enemy dice. And it's true damage. So we forget about defense. So this is going through onto the giant. We get 2. So that'll help. Although I'm worried about my Marauder now. That's disappointing. Then I go 1, 2, 3, 4. I use my special ability to automatically gain that loot. So let's draw the top from the legendary and see what we get. Oh, new bow. If this is your first engage, increase your range by 4. Add 2 enemy combats to engage and roll 1d6. If the roll number is lower than your current HP, place this item in your pack instead of discarding it. Nice. Well, that is a find. And then I can move up to 5 hexes. You know what? I'm going to come to here to shoot across at him. 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So I'm going to do another attack. We're going to gain, because this is not my first one, I gain a light fatigue. Then we're going to do this one. Now this one, the reason why I'm doing this one now is because I've got 3 snipe dice. If I roll that symbol, I get to do 2 damage per snipe dice. That's 6 damage. Then I roll my combat dice. I'm just going to hell for leather here. I will just do that. I have got this dice so I can take his defense completely away. Fingers crossed we get a better roll than before. This should be huge. This should be huge. Let's see what we do. You ready? Awesome, we rolled it. So if we have a look at this, deal 2 damage to your target for each snipe down in your cooldown. Perfect. Prior to this engage, obviously, I had 3 in there. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. I'm definitely going to take this one down to my exhaust it, which takes away the 2 defense. So I do 9 damage straight through, which kills him. Absolutely brutal. A 1 shot against the big troll. And that's... Now, I have got a lot of dice on my cooldown track, but we're going to go and visit him in anyway, so I'm not too fussed about that. That was brutal. That was awesome. That's my turn. And then we move over to the Marauder. He's just going to stay put and attack. Let's see if he can do something. 2 dice going in. -1. That's a damage. That'll do it. And he takes down the remaining enemy on the board. Sweet, we picked up the thing, so we certainly didn't fail. So we have now completed. So what you do is you remove your characters from the board. These go back into the bag. So we got 2 1s and a twin. Beautiful. We take away the tiles. I'll put them over there for now. And then you see, now we go to our, we've done our encounter. So now we come to the rewards phase. So we get 2 XP. Obviously, I can only put up to 3, but we class that as having 4. So we got up to 26 XP as a party. What I have 4 XP. That is now, no, we keep that. No, we discard that. That is discarded. That's on encounter range. Now I want to get my extra stamina. So I'm going to spend 3 of mine, which takes me down to 1, to gain that extra stamina stat. So now I have 5 stamina. It costs, from this side, it costs the white value in XP, and from this side going this way, it's the black XP. So you can see that actually cost me 3 XP to do. I could have got an extra dice and an extra one in the cooldown because that's 4 XP, but I'm happy with that. Awesome. So that's the end of the encounter. So now we've finished the encounter. We've done all our XP and everything. We've got to see what happens in the dig sites. So it's got this symbol. So let's read what this says. This could be quite brutal. Either increase the dig track by 4, so in other words, straight over to the top, or reduce the move by 3 during next overlands. So I might go to Necrom, and rather than doing the quest objective, I might actually just do the town objective. So that's only 2 away. So 2 light fatigue. Yep, I'm gonna reduce my movement by 3 for the next day rather than increasing the tracks. This gets recycled. Then we recover 1 dice and heal 1 hit point. I'm at full, but certainly my companion can grab 1 health. And that's the end of day 8. We move to day 9. So I need to go to here, to Necrom. So I'm going to spend 2 light fatigue because remember my movement has gone down. So 2 light fatigue into my cooldown track. That's absolutely fine because I'm going to go to the inn and heal up. Hopefully I've been doing that right. I'm just going to double check and I'm going to find out I've done it completely wrong. They are healed to their maximum, remove all light fatigue, over fatigue and status from the cooldown and recover all exhausted and drained skill dice. So yeah, that's exactly right. So we move to here, Necrom, and then let's see what we've got available. I'm praying the inn is here. Sometimes you don't have inns. That will be, oh, thank God. That would be horrendous. Colloquially known as the City of the Dead, Necrom is famous throughout Tamriel for the sacred funeral rites practiced within its walls. Its importance to Dark Elf religious tradition has kept it unaffiliated with the great Dark Elf houses, allowing all to observe the rite in peace. Bonding ritual. At the start of this encounter, the party gains the following persistent effect. For the rest of the session, after the full party defeat, the party may be placed in Necrom instead of the closest town. Doing so revives each adventurer to full HP. I'm planning not to die, but that's good to know. Make a lockpick check. If successful, draw 1 for the shop and gain additional town action. No, so we're not going to do that. But it's got the inn. I mean, I'm probably going to do the quest board. So yeah, let's do this. So we go to the inn, which heals him up to 6. And then most importantly, gives me all my dice back. And gets rid of all that light fatigue. There we go. Beautiful. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do we're only on day 9, so I'm going to do the quest board. So we draw 2 quest cards. The Prodigal Bandit. Place a token on it. This is the missing sibling when an adventure takes a turn adjacent to him. That's cool. Pesky Proselytize. Now, I've got an awesome social check. I can automatically pass the social check. I like this one. I can get another companion. Oh, I don't think I can have more than 1 companion. I can't have more than 1 companion. It's not gonna matter for this time. I like the idea of the Prodigal Bandit, so that one gets discarded. So, a concerned citizen requests help locating her sibling, who was last seen with a group of bandits. The war has been heard, and they're just looking for a place to belong, she says. So, next time a bandit or Morrowind enemy is deployed during a battle, which is very likely, we place a little objective token on it. This is the missing sibling. When eventually ends their turn adjacent to the sibling, you make a social check. I'll automatically pass. And then if it's the same race. If successful, the sibling becomes a companion controlled by the party. If unsuccessful, so that would just be part of our party. I'm pretty sure though. I will read again just to make sure, but I don't think I can have more than one companion. Oh, the companion unit begins each battle at its maximum HP. Oh, stupid. So he doesn't get healed up. So it doesn't matter. He's gonna be full every battle. Right. Okay. Whatever. So I don't need to do the rest action because I'm at full health. That was silly. Right. Okay. No, it doesn't say you can only have one. Sweet. So I can have multiple companions. So that could be really useful. Okay. Cool. So we've done our town action. So then we move on to see what happens with the dig sites. Let's have a look. Nothing. Take that. I will definitely take that, and we'll keep that nearby. I'm going to move this. I'm going to have 2 bows on me, definitely. But these are all really good. I'm going to put that bow into my pack. Awesome. Then we do the rest, nothing to rest. So we go on to day 10. And we're just going to do the final battle. So let's do this clash, which was D35. So we're going to do this. So we're at Necron, initiate the class. Okay, we're going to use end of session difficult EP, which I'll show you in a second. Any ongoing step effects are ignored during this clash, so that's all good. So we need to, first of all, find a high elf necromancer, so that has to go in, and we're going to add this. So that's going to be an additional enemy that we have to deal with. So let's get the map tiles out. Now, Necron sounds very undead-ish in terms of the land, so I think what we'll do is we'll use this tile here. This looks pretty undead-y. There we go. Okay, so let's set up the 2 loots. So we get one of those there, and one of those here. The high elf necromancer needs 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And gets placed onto where? And gets deployed first, so that's going here. Right. 1 second. Let me just check. With additional HP to the value of the excavation. Oh, hold on. And it deploys with 1 additional HP because the excavation track is on 1, fortunately, not very high. So, this idea of end of session HP. So if I bring up, hopefully find it, there it is. So this is what we're going to use. So we're playing session 2, 1 player in Adept, it's 29 XP, we're on 26, you know, we're thereabouts of what we should be, that's really showing, so 29 XP, oh god. Right, so level 20, start with this. Is a Dremora, which is 9 XP, that's 7, 8, 9. And that's getting deployed to here. Each turn after the high elf takes damage, all defeated rivals are... Rivals, that's okay, I haven't got a rival. Are deploying to another first turn, they deploy them, they gain this, then after all these have been resolved, right, after is defeated, enemy rivals must be defeated for all conquer objectives and it cannot be used for the side quests. Cool. Okay, so we just got Eliminate the high elf necromancer and all enemy rivals. It's not a conqueror. I don't have to defeat him. I basically have to take him out. Keep my companion alive, and then, hey presto, we're fine. What did we say? 29, didn't we? So that's all the big boys done. Now we need a 1-5 and 4 1s. So here we go. The 5 will be a skeleton mage. Deployed on 3. And then my first one, hang on a minute. Yep. My first one will be a Skeever Pup, which does have rot, which is a little bit disappointing. Number 2 is a wolf. Number 3 is a Red Guard Bandit. So here's the bandit that we were waiting for. And let's make sure we put a objective token on that one for our side mission. And then the final one, this is a lot, isn't it? Is Argonian Bandit. So there's the board. So let's just, again, as always, let's just make sure we know all of what we've got. So, Rot. Rot, after defeated, you gain 1 over fatigue. That's horrendous. So probably don't want to even go for that. Riposte 2. The first time it's doing damage, unit will deal damage back as long as it's adjacent. So the beauty of this riposte, as long as I shoot it not adjacent, then we're all fine. Arcane and Daze. Damage dealt by this unit is true damage. In other words, goes past any defense values or armor values. And Daze. Apply Daze status to the unit. Cannot roll dice on the same turn it moves, and cannot move on the same time as it rolls dice. At the end of the unit turn, remove the dice. Okay. Divert. We've had Divert before, not on this video, but effectively it can only be defeated if it starts that engage with 1 or that damage, whatever it is, with 1 health point left. If not, it goes back to, it just stays at 1 hit point. Recover. Basically heals 1 at the start of its turn. Oh, that's really annoying together. Enfeeble. Gain 1 light fatigue. Is that when after this unit's engaged? Yeah. Native we know about. Necromancy. At the end of this unit's turn, deploy the top unit of the defeated stack to the closest unoccupied hex to this unit with HP. This new unit does not take a turn this round. Now, there's the thing. I tried to look up line of sight. There is none. It's just got range. So I think you definitely can't move through people, but I think I can shoot through people, which is a bit bizarre, but we're going to go with that. So he's basically spawning people, steals about the stuff. So there we go. So we have a bit of an idea about the different types. So with that in mind, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I start here, I can shoot him straight off the bat. Basically, if we can take him out, we've won the game. Pretty much as simple as that. He doesn't get over fatigue, so he's worth taking out the Skeever Pup. So we're going to keep him there. And we'll go to round 1 and see how we go. So, my range is actually much further. I need to be 6 away. So actually, I'm going to start here, believe it or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First engage, increase it by 4. Now, first of all, I can do 2 damage. Let's just take 2 off that. Or do I? You know what? No, I won't. I don't like this. No, I will do that. Okay. Now we can roll 5 dice. We're looking pretty. So we're going to go straight for that undead. We're going to roll this. And we can effectively... Now, there is a unit reacts if they've got an ability that reacts to it, okay? Now, the beauty of this is what we could do is before resolving, because you determine dice to resolve, and then you resolve those abilities, okay? So what I'm thinking is if I roll this, I'll resolve that ability, chuck it up here, and I can ignore the defense of that. That's how I think we're going to play it. So we're definitely going to do that. We're definitely going to use our snipes. Now the question is, do we just chuck on more damage or do we chuck on the Bane? Because at the moment, my range is infinite. Yeah, and I'm also going to upgrade my archer ability. So I think Bane's the way to do it because I think it's every unit. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Acid sprays. Sorry, acid spray it's called. Oh, 3 targetable enemies. So I can make 3 of them have Bane. I think that's worth it. Or do we just... No, you know what? Let's go full auto. Not that one, so. We're going to go as much damage as we possibly can targeting this unit. Effectively, if I one-shot this guy... I've won this at the end of this round, admittedly. I've got to wait to the end of the round, but we don't do it. We really, unfortunately, don't do it by rolling that tenacity. So we do get a tenacity, so I might as well just trigger that one first or another time. 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 2 is 2. So if you take 2 damage off him, but that's really unfortunate to roll that. Now, oh no, it's not attack. It's defeat an enemy that's 6 or more hexes away. Never mind. That's really unfortunate. I'm going to put my... Let me think. So, I'm going to put those into my cooldown track first. Like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to move to here. And I'm going to do another attack. So I'm going to do another engage action. I don't get the extra range now. So now I'm going to get a light fatigue. I'm going to roll this one, this one, this one, and this one. Am I going to attack another character? Oh yes, and this one of course. So that's my 5 dice. Hoping for something a bit better. So again, I'm attacking the Necromancer. I've got no snipe dice. Got no snipe dice. No, it doesn't matter. Oh no! And the 1 dice I needed to roll is a fail. That's so freaking disappointing. Oh, these have not been the best rolls, unfortunately. 1 damage. So he just blocks it. Absolutely fine. He's going to get a Bane, so at least it's something. So we'll give him a Bane. Let's give him a Bane, and let's just try and... well, actually, he's going to attack those 2, isn't he? So Bane, something like that. Although Bane would be quite good on that. Let's go those. So that's that dice. Oh, so bad. Oh, I didn't roll. So I do get 2 tenacity, which is quite nice. So we didn't do anything, but we could do 1 damage to something. Let's do 1 damage against this one. So disappointing. And that's my cooldown track pretty much full. Oh, that is disappointing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to spend my 3 tenacity to do 2 damage. Let's try and get this one all the way down as much as we possibly can. Ah, that's me done. Oh dear. So he goes over to here and attacks these 2. So attacking the wolf first. Now riposte would take count, but I think that was that oh yeah, deals damage back as long as it was not defeated. Got to defeat this one. He does. It's fine. Riposte doesn't trigger. So that's 1. Against the Skeever pup, that's another one. Now, because of the rot, it would cause an over fatigue. My champion can't get over fatigue, so that's all good. Right, enemy's turn. This is where it all goes wrong. Oh, this is going to be brutal. No, oh God, I didn't read these properly. Oh my word. Right, so the 20 is going to go first. Takes the damage from the Bane. Moves to here to be 3 away from 2 targets. Remember what it does? Arcane is true damage and, cack. So I can drain 1 available combat. I don't have an available combat dice. So I'd have to gain an over fatigue. I could prevent 2 damage. Oh, this is brutal. And also, I won't be able to move and shoot and attack or attack and move. Right, let's do against me first. 2. I'm okay with that. Or do we gain an over fatigue? Got a lot of attacks coming in yet. I'll grab an over fatigue. Oh, this is brutal. I'm really unfortunate with my dice. I'm going to grab an over fatigue and ignore those 2. Then he attacks the Marauder, doing 1, 2, 3, 4 points of damage. You can't do anything against that. I think it's just after it units engage, so we both get a daze, which means can't move and attack. Is that daze? Yep. Oh man, this is not looking good. Right, that's him done. Then we come over to Necromancer, 5 away, so it just stays put. Attacking with 2 dice. It's got native, so oh, I should have been blind as well. Right, okay, ready? So, what am I talking about? No, sorry, what am I talking about? So, he's attacking. 2 dice on 2 units, yeah. So, attacking both. This could be the end of that, which is not good, by the way. So, against me, does 2 damage. Not much I can do about that. I can't gain any more stuff, so I'm going to have to take the 2 damage. Against the Marauder, misses. Well, that's lucky. What's Necromancy? It's when he started his turn, at the end of the unit's turn, top of the defeat scale, and most close numbers to this unit with HP. So the rat comes back. I'm just going to put him back there. Does not activate. Right, then we move into the 5, which is this one here. So that's going to take a wound. Oh, they also should have taken a wound because they've got Bane, which is really useful. Also, they don't get rid of it. 2 away, so it's going to come to here and attack. 3 dice? Really? Oh, at the start of his turn. Yeah, so, yeah, that's fine. Oh, dear. I could die here. I could 100% die here. I didn't realise there's 3 friggin' dice. Right, against me. 3 damage. I have 1 health remaining. because I didn't get that stealth dice. It sucks so badly. Against the big guy, 2 damage is enough to defeat him. So, what happens now is he stops being my companion, I believe. So, if a companion defeated, it heals up to its health, which is 6. Gains additional HP equal to the excavation trap. I think it's still got the days on it. It's ethereal and decay. So oh. Oh no, they're not ethereal. Now decay means it's going to lose a hit point at the start of every turn, like Bane. Oh no, I'm gonna have to defeat this thing now. Oh, this is I'm dead. Wait, I'm a bit confused. Where does it go? Here, I assume. Don't know. Oh no, it doesn't move. Oh dear. Right, I have an idea. Possibly. Not really. Oh no. He hasn't been yet, has he? So he just went. He's not been. He's not been. So I think I'm dead. Mainly because I can't take any more dice on my cooldown track. I shouldn't have done the 2 engages. That's killed me. Because I can keep doing this, I could have kept doing that too. It's only 1 dice. So he's attacking me. He gets it. Nothing I can do. I have been defeated. Now the good news is I start back at Necrom, as it said in the if you remember when I visited Necrom, it said when you get a full party defeat. Oh, that's harsh. Wow. Okay. Well, that just happened. So we'll take all those away. That is tough. With the additional 1 of this, it's really, really tough. Now my companion probably was more of a hindrance than a help, to be completely honest. So that's probably part reason. Oh. And the prodigal bandit is now out of my reach. So they'll disappear. I get full health back. So it's kind of a fail forward in this case. Wow. So I got defeated. So let's just read. I've never been defeated before, so I'm really keen to know how this all works. I mean, I could have put defense in, but I don't have enough combat dice to put in there, unfortunately. If your entire beat is defeated after the current round, it triggers its guild assist. Treat a full party defeat as a failed encounter. So place the token in the closest town, and as we said, that's what we said. Resolve the reward phase, resolve the end of days phase adventures, rest up as normal. Right, okay, cool. So that does all trigger. We're blimmin' lucky to have gone to that town. The fact that we've got this, doing so revives each adventurer to full HP, and we go to Necrom. So we basically stay where we are. We'll go to our resolve, our rewards phase, which of course is nothing. I'm going to leave this out because I'm going to be creating this back up again anyway. And then we move to day 11. So we effectively put that one across. Well, that's a good point. The only thing I don't know about, does over fatigue disappear with inaction? Let's have a little look. So we're going to have one more chance at this. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to do the inaction. So we're going to have to spend a day just to recover. So let's do that. So take all of those back. Oh, so unlucky with the rolls. Those dice really did not help me. So we've done that. Oh, sorry. My fault. I completely forgot to do the procedure. Yeah, I won't move. That's fine. Nice and easy. Don't have to put that up. Perfect. So then we go to day 11, sorry. Then we do the action. We're not going to move. Obviously, we're not allowed to move. Then we do the action, as I said. We're going to... what we're going to do? Do the inaction. The other inaction we could do... Oh, might as well do the... we might as well do the market. See if there's something else that's any good. So, Necrom... is 6 common, 2 legendary. So really it's just the 2 legendary that I care about. If this is right side up, it may flip up to take 1 free turn after your current turn. Ooh. Okay, that's really good. Gain 1 over fatigue? Nah, you're right. So I don't care about that. Oh, there is a health potion. That's nice. HP or a free turn? That's insane. I probably don't need to do a social check anymore, so I'll just grab that one. Okay. That's cool. Right, now we are looking a little bit stronger. Done all that, not doing any reward. You know what? I will. I'll use the reward step to increase my tenacity by 1 with 1 XP. Correct. Let's see what happens to the track. Goes up by 1. That shouldn't make a difference. Finish day, and we're on the final day. So we are going in. We're doing this. So let's go again. So what is the 20? So we're on 26, 27 to get... Why was it 29? Oh yeah, because... Oh no, it's 30 now. We got 30. So good news is less enemies. That actually might be really beneficial. So we've got a Nord Pyromancer as the 20, and then a Khajiit Cultist. So we've got a lot of spellcasters going on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops. 7, 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's the setup. Oh, hold on. Just checking some. I have a feeling that companion actually is a rival. What was it again? It was a Imperial Marauder. I think it comes back as a rival, which is not good. Reading this book, it means so basically there's either a companion or a rival, and because he effectively died. I don't know if he died actually. He didn't die, did he? He didn't actually die. Oh no, he did die. Did he die? I can't remember if the Marauder. Yes, of course the Marauder died. Yes, of course he died. So he actually goes back. He goes back on here. And he acts as an enemy. So, they deploy. Oh, okay. So after the turn in which the High Elf Necromancer takes damage, after each turn in which it takes damage, this comes onto the board. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it would come on with 7 hit points. So I'll get that ready to come on, but not yet. I'll go here, 5 away, which is my range. We're going to do a very similar thing as before. We have got some new. Let's just check what these do. Native and Siphon. At the end of this unit's turn, remove 1 HP from each non-quest unit within range. Place all HP removed under this unit's chip. May exceed. So basically, he's just going to siphon. Okay, fair enough. Intimidate. Apply the fear status to this unit's target. Fear. This unit, effect of this unit's non-combat skills are ignored. Shoot, I do not want that. That's horrendous. Ritual 1. At the end of this, all allied units in sight heal for 1. Wow. That's quite brutal. So do we literally take him down rather than just get rid of that one? I'm going to think. 5 dice. Right. Start a turn. I can't actually hurt any of them. They've all got 2 defense. Wow. So yeah, as long as I don't damage the Necromancer, I don't have to worry about this. It's got 5 range. I can't get away from the Necromancer. And I don't think I can get away from either of those either. Unfortunately, got no hand-to-hand. So we're going to really hope this stealth actually works this time. 1, 2, 3. Let's bane it up. I'm praying on this stealth dice this time. This has to work. Come on, stealth die. Oh my. Oh. It's 1 in 6 chance. It's like rolling a. Oh no, it's 2 in 6. 2 in 6 chance of rolling that. So annoying. I did get the 2-2. Didn't get my rain. Didn't get my bane. But I did get 3 tenacity, which is at least something. So I put those first. 4 damage onto him. -1 from there. So that's -2 effectively. Oh no, sorry, it's -1. So it's 3 damage, which is not bad. But no banes. Oh man. Now I'm thinking, do I risk it again? I'm gonna. This may not be the right choice. This may not be a right choice. I'm gonna over fatigue. I'm going to play these 2. Just those 2. I'm going to keep everything else the same. Or we go defensive. No, I'm going to do this. This is worth 6 damage. Oh man, which would be 4, which would kill it. As long as I roll that dice, it kills it. Then I can use that onto that one. And then potentially do some damage over there. So this is the target. Oh, please, please, please. Yes. 6 is enough to defeat this. This is gone. 1, 2, 3. I did 6. I did 6 damage. So that's dead. He has got this. Oh, was necromancy count for 10 or 20? I can't remember. Oh, you're joking. It's coming back. Was there any point? Then we do the same on here, which is another 4 damage. Or do we just go straight for the necromancer now? If I do the necromancer, he's coming on. I'm alright with that. While I can do 4 damage straight, that's got to happen. Is it at the end of the turn? I think it said at the end of the turn. After each turn. Right, furthest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll move to there because he's coming up over here. Oh, this is really hard. Really, really tough. That is my turn. So now we start with the 20. So siphon, that's not going to do it from that. So it's going to move. It's going to move 1 to here to be in range. Roll his 2 dice. Now the native means I've completely forgotten what the native does. Oh, blind. Oh, I didn't attack it. Happy days. Oh my word! They missed. Oh my god, that's so lucky. With no stealth, which seems to keep happening, then the necromancer's going to attack me. Two. I'm going to get rid of a combat dice to prevent 2 damage. Then, end of turn, he comes over to here. That goes on to, we'll put them there. Joke. There's a joke. And now we have to defeat this. Oh yeah. We need to defeat this. That's annoying. I forgot about that. So that was pointless. That was pointless. Or why don't they just attack that first? Would I have won? Okay, I'm going to take this back because I attacked this first, right? And I should have just gone straight for that. So I attacked this first with... How much damage did I do at first? It had 3 remaining, so I must have done 3 damage on it to start with. I had 3 tenacity. To 4 damage. Would have done 2 damage to the native, to him. Yeah, sorry. Right, because I didn't realise what that did, although they will get an attack against me. Is there any way I can stop that? Yes, there is. Right, what? Okay. Sorry, I know this. It was pointless. I might as well just finish it there. So let me just show you what we would have done. Okay. Just out of argument's sake. So he had 4 more in it, right? So it's like this. I'm not going to change my roll results though. I'm going to show you exactly what I would have done. So I rolled this first of all, gained 3 tenacity. But instead of targeting this one, I target the necromancer. That does 4 damage, which is 2 damage. Then over fatigued, I aim for this one. I do 6 damage, and then 6 damage on another target. So 6 damage is 4 overall. Leaves them with 1 health. And then another 4 off this one. Then, quite simply, all I need to do is spend the 3 tenacity to do 2 dice onto this, true damage. There's a 3, he's dead. And I met the conditions. So that's all I needed to do. That's all I needed to do. Apologies, I thought taking him out would have helped me to overcome this, but I might as well just go straight for the necromancer and hit him massively. No point doing anything else. Then they don't get... they get a turn. They do get a turn. They do get a turn. They do get a turn. So it's at the end of the turn, isn't it? I'm just going to check that. I'm just going to check that. Because I'm not 100% sure if... it's somewhere. Where was it? Sorry about this. I do need to check this because this is going to be battle objectives. Eliminate. Oh, it doesn't say must complete its objective. Eliminate X. Some battles refer to a specific object unit. This is a specific enemy chip that describing which is this one. And then if your rival's on there, that as well. The specified unit must be defeated or else removed from the battle map. So I've done it. Since the battle ends after the current round in which one of these events does not necessarily move right. I thought it was end of round. Okay, so I was here. 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to here. Use my special ability to effectively just pick this up. I don't really care about the item. We might as well look. Automatically succeed. No. And then I move 5, and I'm going to move to here, I think. 1, 2. Yes, I moved to here. Right. They're out of range. This is why I'm doing this. Just so I attempt to stay alive. Next, it goes to the enemy phase. So they're 3. Oh, they're 3 away. So actually, he just siphons a health from this guy here. Then he has a go. So he needs to be 3 away. So he just moves to here and then attacks with 2 black dice. Gets 2. I will get rid of one of those to prevent that damage. Then he will move 2. He's out of range, doesn't attack me. End of the round. Cool. That makes more sense. So actually the tenacity allowed me to roll my 2 true damage attacks, which is perfect. There we go. That's a bit better. Let's see what happens. So we get 2 XP. So that takes me up to 28. And E36. You successfully delivered the bodies and dispatched the local necromancer, but you were frustrated in your efforts to secure the Lord of the Dead's silent partner. Revin thanks you for your hard work and leaves further investigation of these strange events up to your discretion. This whole business turns something intended to raise morale into the exact opposite, he says, shaking his head. I'd understand if you wanted to leave it behind you. In session 2, you may take a moment to grieve for the lost souls before considering vengeance. This necromancer didn't just terrorize the people of Morrowind, she violated the souls of your fellow companions. You ask Riven if he has any leads on the wood elf who was working with the necromancer. He can only repeat rumours, but the Dwemer ruin of Nishafaklash Fatinga crosses his lips. That's all you need to hear, and you set off to the island of Vardenfell to bring this wood elf to justice. So proceed to the Morrowind endgame step for session 3, and we get notoriety. Is this the endgame? Yeah, this is the endgame. Oh, so we basically finish off with a dungeon. That's cool. Right, awesome. Really looking forward to. Oh, and I assume a session 3 is always an endgame. That would make sense, right? So I'm going to be playing through this, which is Nichilefting. However you say that. That is cool. That was cool. So we gather our unhurt player. That one comes down. Happy days. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of a playthrough. Sorry about some of the rules I just had to check up on. I just made it. I was in day 12, so we nearly failed a whole of session 2 there, which would not have been good. We're on our 28 XP as a party. I have 2 XP to spend, which is going to be fun. I'm not really sure what to use it on yet. I might get some more health. I might get another combat dice. Haven't decided. Have not decided. Might go down the acrobat routes. I don't know yet. I could always get one of these expert evasions. Probably something I would do, actually. So I'm probably going to go down one of these acrobat dice, preparing for this final clash. Or I should say dungeon. Okay, so until next time, keep gaming.